everyone, welcome to Carmen's Australian Storytime. Today I am going to read you a little bit about water lilies, and in a minute I'm going to show you why. This book is called Slow Down, and I love it because it's full of information about nature. You can find just about anything about insects and bugs and all sorts of things in this book. So if you can get this book, get this book. It is written by Rachel Williams and illustrated by Freya Hartis. Another reason I bought it, because I love all of the illustrations. There is a blurb, and it says, "All around us, nature is working wonders. Every day, hour by hour, magical transformations happen right in front of you. But it's not always easy to see them. Discover 50 nature stories, paused just long enough for you to watch them unfold. Then go outside and see what you can find when you take the time to slow down. And now's a good time to actually be hunting for butterflies." The caterpillar and how he turns into his chrysalis and becomes a butterfly. Uh-oh. I want the next page, because I want to talk about water lilies today. The calm waters of a still pond are the perfect home for a family of water lilies. The wide fan-like leaves or lily pads of the plant float on the water's surface, creating a resting spot for local wildlife like frogs, dragonflies, and leaf beetles. Throughout the day, the flowers of the plant begin to open in the warmth of the sun, their wild petals brightening the dark, muddy surface of a pond. With a center of yellow stamen, each flower lasts only for a few days, attracting bees and flies to feast on the plant's pollen. Watch the wildlife feed, rest, and play here over the course of a single day. Morning has broken, and the water lilies of the pond are waking up to the sunshine. A family of frogs enjoys the floating lily ponds of the pond. And a hungry water vole pops his head up to feed on the tasty green leaves. We don't have that in our pond, but I do have lots of fish in the pond. Let's see if we can see them today. So here is the process. So early in the morning, and the sun comes up, the flower begins to open and open wide. And by the afternoon, more and more of the pond's wildlife enjoys the leaves and the flowers, which is what's happening in my pond. And then in the afternoon they begin to closed. And after a few days they sink to the bottom to allow room for the new ones to come through. And the reason I'm so excited is because look at my water lilies. I put these in my pond 1.5 years ago. So I've had to wait a very long time for this little bit of spectacular. And I also have to read in the middle of the hot day, because if I wait for the afternoon, what's going to happen? Can you remember? Yep, they're going to close up, and I will miss my opportunity to show you. If you get right down and smell them up close, they smell so beautiful, like honey. Very pretty. So let's see now if we can see any fish in there, because the fish are keeping the water nice and clean for me. I might have to move some of these leaves. And I've also got to be careful not to drop my iPad. Can you see any fish down in there today? Let's see if I move a few of these out of the way. I have one of my nice frangie leaves in there too. Oh, there's all the fish. Let me just point the camera down. Can you see all my fish in there? So many fish, and they just keep having babies. One of my school children gave me those fish 5 years ago, and they just keep having babies and babies. So now I have 4 of these ponds around the house. Thank you for joining me on Carmen's Australian Storytime. I hope you enjoyed that short story, but a fun story. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.